welcome back to 709 Meridian, an audio commentary podcast. We are your hosts, Dee and Andrew.
Hello.
We're closing up our first springtime with the Shat season with the oddity and a somewhat rarity in his oeuvre, Mr. Shatner. It's called Incubus, 1966 classic, or as they would call now, cult classic, because not very many people know about this one.
So it occurred to me as we hit the record button that we really should have learned how to do the intro in Esperanto.
No.
So if anybody heard the intro in Esperanto, that means I was able to get Google Translate to do it. And so I hope it was funny. So Incubus. So this sort of gained notoriety in the early 2000s because they discovered it in France in 96. It's the only movie ever produced in Esperanto. It is from Leslie Stevens, who was a Star Trek writer and maybe director or something like that. So it is like this lost bit of Star Trek tangent.
And it had a small clip in Blade Trinity, I believe.
Would have been the perfect time for it to be on its comeback. Yeah, so it came out on DVD in 2001. It has, I guess this year, we did not know this, they rediscovered a 35 millimeter print. So we can have an 8K Criterion of this piece of shit, but because it's fucking bad, folks. But so it sort of was an early DVD thing. It's kind of like how it's of the era when Supergirl getting a 5-disc set was the news in DVDs. It's from that era. It's from the Anchor Bay was great era, right? Like,
yeah, when Anchor Bay was just, hey, you guys like Garbage Pail Kids?
Fucking enjoy. Here it is. If it's not a special edition, it's only like $20, weren't they? And then you could get them for cheaper. And it's like you get a nice fucking print. This was the whole thing. It would be too much work to find a list of old Anchor Bay releases and pick a season for that, but maybe. And also, everybody heard him say Springtime with Shatner. But Anchor Bay was the shit because you would get it and it would just be a really nice print and it would be like fucking cheap. And this was not the way before, right? Like you had to
look for certain.
You had a shitty VHS release, and then you had Laserdisc, which required so much investment just to get in that door.
The tried and true convention bootleg.
The convention bootleg. So like Anchor Bay they sort of established what could be done with the retro market on DVD and home and digital home media. And we're sort of just still now seeing that like Shout Factory has become the Anchor Bay, though more expensive and more geared toward the home video market or the collector market than Anchor Bay was.
There's other ones too. Shout, and what's the other one?
Shout's the one. Well, fucking not Kino, but sort of Kino. And then there's another one, right? There's
the one that has all the VHS covers.
Oh God, yeah, those guys. That's not Arrow, is it? Arrow's another one. Arrow? Okay. Yeah. And Arrow is, sorry folks, none of this has anything to do with Incubus, but we're going to talk about it just a little bit longer. Hopefully you're enjoying the awesome slideshow that the AI came up with right now. Arrow was a UK company, and so that's what we've also seen is that places other than the US are doing boutique DVD release, Blu-ray releases, which is really cool. And that's it. So somebody will release Incubus, and you'll be able to watch it, and you'll wonder why the fuck you ever did that. Hopefully there will be an English dubbed version by then, because I don't think that exists.
But that's that sort of takes the novelty away from the movie to dub it, I would figure.
You ready for
You
this?
know, yeah. Let's listen to him mutter mumbo jumbo.
As a fight. Oh my God, he's got a cape. All right, starting in three, two, one, play. Yeah,
Eh,
he's got a cape. He's got a cape coming up. So
presenta.
I saw, and yeah, so Esperanto. Okay, children. Before the internet, people would forget to mention that in the 60s, a bunch of people came up with like a universal language made up of shit from all the languages, and it was called Esperanto, and it was a thing for 3 years, but never really. So it was in Gattaca, and Gattaca was 97 or 98. Oh, but Conrad Hall also shot this. That was the other big deal. Is this
Mm.
was during the Conrad Hall Renaissance, and so they were able to mention this in an interview with him at the time. But yeah, you didn't necessarily you couldn't just Wikipedia Esperanto and find out what was going on. So if nobody told you there was some fucking weird ass language. If this had been better preserved, you could have tuned into this on television and been like, why is Captain Kirk speaking gibberish?
Productisto.
They should Bloomhouse should remake this. Who fucking cares? It's the end of the world. Bloomhouse should remake this.
Somebody ought to.
It's The Witch. It's just The Witch. Just remake it with Chris Pine, of course, as is my new thing. That Chris Pine should just remake every William Shatner movie. So this filmed at Big Sur, which used to be a big fucking deal, and then it's not because it's just a pretty place in the woods. And obsessing about physical location did not pay off for anybody. Um, but I saw when I was looking this up. Oh, there we go.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Words.
Words.
Words. Words.
Very, very poetic. Somebody said this was like a Bergman, Ingmar Bergman movie. And I'm kind of like, I mean,
Well, it's a wannabe.
yeah, I mean, like, kind of, yes. But it's kind of an example of why you shouldn't do this. Like, because in theory, doing a movie in Esperanto should not necessarily break the concept, right? Like,
No.
so 66.
This is thank God what's his name left Star Trek. Pike.
Yeah.
Who the fuck played him?
Jeffrey
Oh,
Hunter.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Hunter, yeah.
I don't know. Jeffrey Hunter never made Incubus. Jeffrey Hunter ended up in Italy making westerns, though.
Uh,
Yeah, he did not have a. And then he died young. Yeah.
uh.
Oh, they are not doing well with that Esperanto. Uh huh.
uh.
So if we note, yes, she's dressed like it's a Bergman movie. He's dressed like a lost
Western.
lumberjack, yeah. And Shatner's gonna be like in a fucking fucking 18th
Oh,
century Italian army outfit, I think. Incubus has no time period.
ow.
I mean, it's better fake blood than we've seen in a lot of the Shatner movies.
Yeah. He has flies flying around him. Whoa.
Yep.
Well, he's kind of got peasant wear on.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that is sort of an amusing thought, though. Like, what would your world where that people all spoke Esperanto should be more like you know future utopia or hippie commune or some shit.
Yeah.
A hippie commune movie murder mystery within Esperanto. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Get the glass onion guy on
Oh God.
it.
If they fucking do that, I'm gonna be mad. There's not a zero chance of that. Like he's got another one of those to do.
Yeah, another one of those is which
I didn't do the second one yet.
glass onion was pushing it. I'll put it that way.
The first one was
First
push.
one was all right.
It was all right, but I did not get the major. I think some of the okay. So everybody who speaks the Esperantoans all wear sandals. So you also have to imagine that if this were in color, it would look like an episode of the original series.
Yeah.
Like it'd be fucking weird ass colors on the clothes and shit, like weird shiny materials.
Should be wearing some bright orange shit.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, I feel like with Glass Onion, the thing is it's just like people don't have a good way of. There's just way
Ah,
too much old content out there. Wasn't it just sand? It was just sand. It
I was
wasn't.
just saying.
It was just sand. She might be magic though, so maybe she turned it into rocks.
Uh,
I mean,
yeesh.
wow.
Mm,
There you go. Some
damn.
um what do you call it? What was that? Creep show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hold my breath for a long time.
Oh wait, are they is it a Bergman movie or
Yeah, the druids showed up.
are they proto Star Wars? Are they proto Jedi era Star Wars? Oh, that's right there.
Ah, there's one up there. Oh,
It sounds like Klingon. I mean, Klingon has that same like made up vibe.
it's just weird to have it even translated into this sort of what proto Shakespearean type.
Mm-hmm.
To do it that way.
Yeah, it's why I,
Uh,
why
she
be
tires of it.
poetic? Yeah, like, well, because I mean, who's going to tempt her away from this kind of life? I think we
Mm,
all know who's going to be able to tempt her away from that kind of life. Um, but yeah, I mean, the poetic fucking dialogue doesn't. Why can't the Incubus rise? Holy shit.
uh,
Wait a second. Is the Incubus going to be a monster? I can't remember.
oh no.
I think he fights the Incubus. But yeah, so it's weird. The whole like
God of darkness.
ca- capture of a noble soul. Oh, yep, I've seen. What year
Oh
did
boy.
Persona come out? Wait a second. Bullshit. No way. No fucking way. Hold on. Come on. Also, it's 66. He wouldn't have had time. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe Bergman consulted on this. Let's talk about this at length.
No, Charlie Brown.
This is why I don't understand how low budget ever gave up black and white. They could get away with so much bullshit just by being in black and white. Like
Yeah.
even when you went indie like in the 60s, like indie fucking 60s color movies, this still has like a little bit more, I don't know, legitimate, not legitimacy, but like artistic legitimacy. Like by the 60s, people knew how to fucking shoot black and white pretty well, right? Like,
Yeah, because you got a lot of people who were in TV
mm-hmm.
and not too much was in color yet. So you just took a camera and shot whatever the fuck.
You could get some nice fucking, contrast and shit, and it'd be fine. But it's like the color stuff was just a mess. I mean, color, fucking 60s TV color was a bit of a mess too. Like,
That's what I mean. Look at shit like fucking Batman. Like what a nightmare that
mm,
fucking shit might have been just to color correct and keep right.
I want to live a normal life at the Big Sur tourist village.
Oh, is this what Flounder swims in? I
The
wanna be where the people are.
what are people's problems with Flounder? He looks too
He
realistic.
looks too much like a fish. You know, he's a live action fish that looks too much like a live action fish. He's supposed to look like a cartoon fish
No, the
in a
whole
live action world.
No, the whole point of that, the fucking thing is, having not seen any of it, is it's got to be like real life animals that are like you reveal are as cute as their animated counterparts. Like, I thought that was the whole point of Lion King, was it was like
Right, and
just
Lion King was a hit. Now it's a problem when they do it with fish, I guess. You
Hmm.
know.
I mean, maybe fish are kind of ugly. We'll see. We'll find out. We'll
Yeah.
find out if people find them cute.
No, they're already bitching.
Well, there, yeah,
They
but
don't
there
like
are.
Sebastian either. Sebastian supposed to, he's supposed to have big lips. Where's his big lips on the crab?
So Esperantos are Christian, so that's interesting. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Didn't she just kill some fucking guy? She just drowned some dude for his money. Just saying.
Uh,
She shouldn't be that shocked by the priest praying to the Dark One. Uh-oh. Nope, nothing. All right. So I never took actually a lot of film classes, but one of the few I did take, the instructor at one point made a joke about how, because it was Blair Witch year, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'd really like to have a movie about the guys, people running around in the forest. Here, let me show
Mm.
you every fucking student film that got turned in 2 years ago. That's all
Oh
about
shit!
people running around in the fucking
Lost in the
forest."
forest. Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, people have been doing that shit since probably 18 fucking 93. Here he is, folks.
Oh boy.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Captain Kirk on assignment. He's even got the Kirk hair. Look at that
Yeah, he's got
go.
the Kirk hair.
See, in the 70s, for a few years, they people made short films again. So if this had been made in the 70s, it might have only been 25 minutes instead of
Yeah.
72. But
There is a short film I saw once on Turner Classic, and I can't for the life of me figure out what the hell the title is. About some girl who goes to live with her aunts, and it turns out her aunts are witches, and they mean to sacrifice her for their witch god or whatever the fuck.
oh damn.
I saw it once, and I don't know if they've ever played it again.
Yeah, they were weird about how they played the shorts. Like they play those were in a once every 9 year rotation or some shit. Look at them go, everybody.
Just mispronouncing all types of.
Oh, if it's made up, you don't have to pronounce it right. Hey, don't take my stick.
Not my stick.
Well, that's a bummer. He's got a regular name,
Hmm.
Mark. Look at our faces in the not reflection
Yeah,
shot.
and not
Come
reflection
on.
of.
Come on, Conrad Hall. Winning at least 2 Academy Awards. Should have shot that reflection.
Wow, somebody did just completely remaster the fuck out of this.
Oh, come on now. 66. Was Dark Shadows already going?
Mm, I don't know.
Is this just Dark Shadows music? I've got
Oh,
his
he left it
fucking
stick.
stick. Nothing better than when you go for a walk in the woods and get a stick.
Spock, is that you? I'm not going back, Jim.
There is there an episode of that where how long is the longest that they had to like stay in hiding on a planet? Like
Oh,
was it a significant amount of time? Because Legends of Tomorrow, I can't remember. I think it was at the end of season 2 to season 3. They got stranded in time, and they were like stuck in 1952 for 2 years. I just
uh,
remember Brandon Routh hooked up with Vixen, right?
uh,
Yeah,
uh.
but they didn't call her Vixen on the show, did they?
I
Anyway,
never watched it.
you gotta watch Legends of Tomorrow. Anyway,
Really? Oh,
yeah, it's the first season just okay, but then it starts getting really fucking good. But then I gotta hurry before the joke stops even being relevant, much less funny. They they're there for like 2 years together, and fucking Brandon Routh and Vixen end up together. And the second the time machine's back, she's just like, "Nah, man, that was just to pass the time in the past."
Yeah, that was
And
it.
he's like, "What?" Oh no, they fuck up an entire season because they had Tom Wilson
Hmm.
from Back to the Future guest star
Hmm.
as like a gag, but
Hmm.
then they loved him too much, so they restructured the entire season to keep him in it, and it fell apart. But
Hmm.
there's still a lot of Tom C. Wilson or whatever in it.
Hmm.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did a. You
I
gotta,
watched
yeah.
it off and on.
It was like the problem with that doing that is they did a whole season that was an homage to '80s movies,
Hmm.
like down to E.T. to I don't know some other shit. But it's just like if you didn't catch the right episode, you wouldn't get the
Yeah,
connection.
you'd be
And
lost.
then they only had 13 episode seasons, and they basically only had 8 episodes a season that like really forwarded the story, and they had lots of episodes where they get distracted in the first 5 minutes and have a side adventure on their way, but like
Hmm.
they leaned into it. It
Hmm.
was just part of how the show worked. It was like, nah, gotta check it out. The first season's kind of boring. It's the most likable Wentworth Miller I think's ever been, and it's the only time he ever really laughed at his fucking performance, which he really needed to do more.
Hmm.
But it was a bit of a slog. But then the second season, like pretty much right away, it starts to change. Beware of tears. So the reason the subtitles are funky is because they only found that whatever 16 millimeter. Oh my goodness, he's in the Nexus.
Yeah, so I have to say that beautiful day.
They speak Esperanto in the Nexus. That's
Are
what
you Captain
Paramount should
James
do.
T. Kirk?
That's what Paramount should do. They should fucking buy this. I gotta imagine Paramount has offered Shatner money for his perpetual likeness or whatever. Or if they haven't, they're really dumb. Like, Disney's done it. Like,
Uh,
Disney's like, well, so Harrison Ford,
I wonder if they ever did like present that to him because for a minute they were like Harrison Ford was all, yeah, I'll do another Indiana Jones, and now it's all this is his final movie, just the final Indiana Jones.
well, they were
Started
talking
to wonder
about
about that shit.
doing a flashback series, right, with him and Marion or something
Uh,
that
Maybe let's
supposedly
just
got
leave it
canceled.
alone.
Yeah, leave it the fuck alone. Like,
Just leave it alone. Stop trying to. Don't don't be Ghostbusters. God damn it! Fucking don't be Ghostbusters. Shit. Just leave it alone. Which is funny because that's kind of a riff on the joke in the one funny joke in Ghostbusters 2016
mm-hmm.
where what's her face? Kristen Wiig runs in on the mayor. The mayor is Andy Garcia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's having like a lunch and she's trying to warn him about the ghosts and all the shit that's coming, right? And she goes, "Don't be the mayor in Jaws." He goes, he tops that shit. He goes, "I'm not the mayor in Jaws. I'm not the mayor in Jaws." That is the only funny line in the whole entire movie and shit.
I can't motivate myself to say it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I mean, like,
Only
I
funny
can't,
bit in the movie, other
like,
than what's it? Leslie Jones and Kate McKinnon, who should have their own movie.
right.
There's nothing fucking about. Matter of fact, they put Cecily Strong in there as Andy Garcia's assistant, and I
Mm.
think she should have played uh, Kristen Wiig's part.
Okay.
She was wasted in that movie, and it just sucked. Just like Afterlife.
This is so silly. It's just kind of weird though, because it's just like I
Oh
mean,
god.
I guess if you had like somebody did a Spanish language version of a movie and like couldn't actually speak Spanish, right? Like
Mm.
it'd be something like doing I'm sure somebody has done an American or an English language movie phonetically as a gag somewhere on TikTok or something, but it's just kind of like it's just weird. There's
You
no
gotta like his
world build.
enthusiasm, though.
Oh yeah. Well, I also like how it is filmed so much like a fucking 60s TV show.
Yeah, it
Like
looks like
it looks like the fucking two shots of them. So you,
it's the shore leave episode.
mm, is that what Leslie Stevens fucking directed? Hold on. This is this was the second film to use Esperanto. We were wrong. I
Oh
was
well,
wrong. Yeah.
it don't matter now because
Oh, okay. I knew Conrad Hall won Academy Awards. He won for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, American Beauty, and Road to Perdition. And so
aha.
he would have been shooting this 3 years before this came out. 3 years before Butch Cassidy. So he would be the one who succeeded. Oh, and then this is also Milos, who was
Hmm.
an infamous murder suicide of the era, is
Yeah.
also in this, I think maybe as the monster in Hours. Can't go alone through the forest. Is that a Kurt
The,
toupee? Like that's a
yeah, that's a Kurt bit. His-
yeah. Eh, let me walk with you. Is she safe, or is the Incubus going to get her? I bet the Incubus gets her. How
yeah.
has no one remade this? Like you could do this as a you do it like as a spoof of the witch,
Mm.
the witch.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Wow, what a useless brother.
Hey, wait. So some Esperanto is very
Yeah, no, because it's all just
translatable.
yeah, because it's all just picked together. The idea is you don't have to learn too much of anything, so everybody has like an entry point.
Oh, this is.
Mm-hmm. Come on, they got to walk around Big Sur. Isn't there a? There's a. I mean, this is. It's like Before Sunset. That's what they should do. Remake Incubus with. Oh, he does Bloomhouse. I got it. You remake Incubus with Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy, and it's like one of the Before Sunset movies. And they walk
That
around
may
Big
actually
Sur.
work. That's actually not a bad idea. He'd be down because he's good at doing whatever
He is very good
and
at doing
actually making it
whatever
work.
now. Yeah, I know. It is. He's sort of become, without ever hitting the peak, he has sort of become like the modern Jack Nicholson when Jack Nicholson could phone it in without
Either
and
that,
still accomplish the goal.
either that, or what Tom Cruise always strived to be.
Mm,
Like I watched Vanilla Sky the
yeah,
other day, and I was like, "Shit, man! If Ethan Hawke had played that part,
I haven't seen it since the theater,
it's yeah,
but I
it's a
don't.
waste of time."
It's
But
a waste of time. But yeah, no. But
I
I
watched
still,
it on account of because the Monkeys' Porpoise song is a part of the soundtrack, which is shocking. Ugh,
and then there's the extended or different cut of Vanilla Sky that
right.
doesn't
Yeah.
fix. Vanilla Sky is one of the movies that just has the biggest problem in the world, and like they can't fix it. So the director's cut, I guess, made it more accessible, so his
Mm.
mom would know what was going on or some shit like that. I'm just like,
It's it's a
and
it's
then
got kind of. I'll put it this way: it's got the same ending as American Psycho, pretty much. It's one of those endings.
yeah, but no, Moon Knight. Ethan Hawke was like the only respectable thing about that.
I don't doubt it, even though I like Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, it's.
He's all
I
right.
mean,
He
he's all
just doesn't
right,
get
but
the right shit.
no,
They want him to be that guy, and
he's
he's
so
better in his
not.
own.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's better doing his own thing.
like, and the way they play the character, you should have just, if you wanted to have that, it should have been either the next Jason Statham,
Hmm.
or you play him older and you just get Scott Atkins or that fucking dude. Like, it's
Hmm.
that dude. You need somebody who's good at martial arts, and it's like a John Barenthal martial artist part. Like, it is not. I don't know. I just read the original issue of Moon Knight, the Werewolf by Night, and it's a different character, but he still sucks. Moon Knight. Sorry, folks. Moon Knight just sucks. Marvel Batman in White has sucked. Will suck, and so on.
Well, they've had another Batman. They keep trying to get their own, excuse me, version of DC heroes with Marvel attitude. It
Mm,
doesn't work. I always said they should just put Daredevil in DC. He would work so much better in DC.
that would have been a cool crossover. Okay, so Disney, I know, I'm sure you're listening with everybody else. Oh, I can't wait to see the stats on fucking Incubus. Wait a second. Who is that? Is that the guy she buried? Did he come up? Okay, so here's the big idea. It's when Disney buys Warner Brothers, before, just before Superman Flyby releases or whatever it's called, and so it gets canned and has to be reworked. Um, they should do a DC Marvel crossover movie where they're all trapped on the island of Manhattan.
Marvel
Something
versus
like
DC.
Marvel versus Defenders season 2. Defenders, but it doesn't suck. You put
Oh.
you put your you get Spider-Man. Oh yeah, there you go. This is also after somehow Sony goes bankrupt. But then you can have all the like, then you can have Batman. You can have the Bat family or whatever. It's like that. That remember there was that
Street level.
issue. Yeah, it was that there was that issue of Crisis where it was Wonder Girl and Firehawk flying over New York as the world as and having like multiple crossover adventures.
Uh-huh.
That's the kind of thing they should do, but keep it smaller scale because I don't know, because just because. Okay.
Oh, that was so bad. That was really bad.
All right. The love of a man is
So
going to
she's being
convince
drawn to
her.
the dead body, or
No, she just is temporarily blinded and wandering.
Ugh. Boy, that was fast.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Captain Kirk's got to hurry it up.
Mm.
Oh, Orville did an extended episode like that, extended away mission episode like that. That was a good one.
Mm.
I'll let you lay out here. Or where's he taking her now? What?
He's gonna carry her home.
I'm just saying. You cut in a new ending that it's like the proto village where it turns out that this is just a bunch of nuts and the real world is just outside. There you go.
Yeah, this will be so much better if one of the Planet of Apes came riding in on a horse.
This is
Your humans are in the forbidden zone.
That's it. They're the humans. They're the humans. People of the Planet of the Apes speak Esperanto. They should have sold it to Fox.
This is the shit that goes on the other side of the.
Mm-hmm. It's very dramatic.
What?
She's mouthing the words, but she's blind, so she can't make noise. That's how that works in Esperanto.
Oh my god, this is so 60s.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. So some of the thing is 60s. I mean, hell, going back to no, going back to 1898 or whatever. You had exaggerated makeup, and for what 110 years, you could get away with the camera sort of hiding the exaggerated makeup in some ways. But now with video, you can't, which is why, CG, blah, 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 and all that. But it's just kind of like their whole acting styles based on emoting with your makeup. Like,
uh,
it's just, and this is just such a weird way of putting it together because it just does not.
Yeah, this is just.
Like the other sister seems like she should be a guest star on the Munsters or some shit. Like Lily's fucking troublesome aunt or something.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Why do you live like this, Lillian? We are true monsters.
Wait, she can't go into the church.
Right. She's a demon.
Oh, she's an incubus, succubus or whatever. All right.
Dun, dun, dun. No. Have you met my friend Jesus?
Abel Ferrara is going to remake it. Oh, she scratched
Ah.
him.
Uh.
Okay,
Smoke
cool.
effects would have been nice.
Yeah, something. Yeah. Yes, you've been befouled with love.
Revenge. Uh.
Spit on his sacred honor.
Make sure he'll never make another Jello pudding pop commercial again.
They should remake this with Muppets. This should be the adult Skeeter thing.
Yeah, that's another thing that bothered me. Fucking
I can't.
just introduce that character. Just bring
How
her in.
dare you? How dare you, people? Somebody, I even saved it, but years ago, somebody, I don't know if it was the woman who did a few series of the Disney, the Muppet series at Boom, but somebody did like a who's who entry for grown up Skeeter, and it was
She was in one
fucking
of the issues.
cool.
And somebody did a mock-up actual Muppet of her, and it works. So I don't understand why it
Well,
just won't.
here's the thing: is that is kind of the demographic they're missing. They
Mm-hmm.
don't have like a fucking female protagonist Muppet. They've
Nobody
got
that's cool, no
no,
other than Piggy.
they've got Piggy, but Piggy's always
Yeah,
part of the
Piggy's too.
punchline. Like,
Piggy. Yeah, Piggy is feminine to the nth. You need something to balance Piggy, and it's not because Janice is part of the group.
right, Janice is in the band.
So yeah, and Skeeter even in the cartoon was kind of that counterbalance to Piggy. So
Mm-hmm.
they
That's
could use her.
that's what they should do. They should do a fucking teen show. Young college about Skeeter's adventures away from the Muppets. And then she crosses over and hangs out with them every once in a while, but she has her own show.
They could try it.
Felicity, but with Skeeter.
Yeah, yeah. They'd have to give her a sidekick though.
Yep. Oh, dude,
Like
her
one of
sidekick. She's gonna have the um she'll have the dude. She'll have the dude who the Grant Gustin type. That would be her sidekick. The or like or Wallace from Veronica Mars, or she'd have the a human male sidekick, and she would never
oh
realize
no.
that he was in love with her, and
You
it
know what you
would
just kind of described though. You never got to see cousin Skeeter.
What is that?
Oh,
What?
oh, damn. Yes, Nickelodeon. I want to say in the early to mid 2000s had a cousin Skeeter TV show, and the lead character was this puppet. They kind of ripped their storyline off from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Cousin Skeeter was voiced by Bill Bellamy. It was like a hood show almost. Like, but Skeeter was a puppet, and he went to go live with his cousin, who was a live action kid with real. Everybody else in the show was
Oh
real.
my god! I'm looking
It
at
was
the thing. Holy shit! Holy shit! Left Eye was in it. Aw.
yeah. It was crazy. Like they had one episode where he did meet a female,
What the fuck?
but
Tisha
like if
Campbell did the
no
voice.
right of the other one.
Okay, what? Oh my
Shit was a
goodness!
trip,
Oh my
man.
god! Holy
Yeah.
shit! I'm looking at the fucking. Oh my god! They're like
The
doing
thing
a.
is, Skeeter was always treated as they never mentioned he was a fucking puppet. Was the thing of the show. Like the only thing he would freak out over is if they like called him short, but nobody ever called him out for like obviously being a fucking muppet.
Did you see Happy Time Murders?
No, I haven't seen that shit.
You got to see it.
I had
Like
forgotten about it.
it's 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 too much, but it's fucking funny. Like it's too much. You're just like, dude, this is way too much. Oh god, I forgot what the 60s were like. Ah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the youth today does not get to, have a curated film watching experience where
Oh, this is the original Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
uh
Rawr! Out of the ground I come.
so that's the Incubus. How fucking long? Oh, thank goodness. We're 48 minutes in. Okay. So here's the Incubus. He can talk. He has no makeup on other than mud.
Is he the guy, the dead guy?
Yeah, he's the guy who killed his girlfriend and then himself.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. I mean, the late 60s are also the period of Barbarella. Like, I sometimes, because, you're not curious about this era anymore, you don't like see a lot of movies from it, but most of them are quite bad. Like,
yeah, they're trying to make Barbarella happen again.
it's the comic was great. The Mike Carey comic, that was great. I got to read
Yeah, the
that again.
comic.
Yeah,
Mm,
but no, you can't.
no, the
Who's
movie didn't make no fucking sense. It was
the
stupid.
movie was terrible.
No matter how fine Jane Fonda was, it was stupid.
I really do think it was like in about what year did Star Trek, the new Star Trek 2 come out? Like 2011 or something. I feel like it took until 2011 that you could be guaranteed something wasn't going to be incompetent. Just say I might have watched Black Rain this morning and gotten to see Michael Douglas do a fight scene for Ridley Scott and just
Yeah, I've been meaning to catch that for the longest. I have it, but I just
oh,
I gotta motivate myself to watch that shit.
it's really fucking long. It's back when Hans Zimmer just sucked. Like
Uh,
when he wasn't even like repetitive. What he was, it was just when he was bad.
uh,
Okay, I think they might. Did they get a commentary with Shatner for this?
Hmm.
Actually, I can look the box.
They might as well have.
They did. They got a commentary with Shatner. Fucking A, man. They got a commentary with Conrad Hall. Holy shit. Oh, God. We're back to this fucking body in the water. But yeah, so this type of movie, with the sort of, oh God, intentionally confusing narrative. It's, I don't know what the technical term is even, because they really are kind of just gatekeeping movies where they're like, you just didn't understand the story, and it's like, no,
Yeah, because
that's
there's got to be an
there's
army of
a
people out there.
there, yeah,
You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
and it's just like, no, no. Mm. At
Nah,
a
this shit was a
certain
bad
point,
idea.
yeah, at least we're not watching Mel Torme fight tame wolves. So
Honestly, I probably would have enjoyed this a little more. Maybe if it was an Esperanto Western.
that would have been all right. Yes.
Maybe that's the problem here
Yes.
is that they're trying to do some, like I said before, some pseudo Shakespearean type, you know,
Yeah, we are
more of
doing
Western.
but yeah, and the sort of yeah, I guess the mystical realism genre, the hippie. I mean, it's basically, how do you say, the movies that people dropped acid went to go see.
Hmm.
Like 2001
Fantasia.
was famous for Fantasia. He had a big
Holy shit, I
comeback.
would have loved to go on it,
Yeah.
man.
So like, but that was a whole fucking genre of shit. So
I mean, they said they was doing that shit like back then, you
psychedelic,
know.
a psychedelic, not necessarily a psychedelic film, but a film to be watched
Yeah,
psychedelically.
because this I can't watch this back to back with no heavy metal or some shit. I'd be damned if I watch a Ralph Bakshi after I watch this shit.
Where are we going? Yeah, they really didn't have dry ice machine money, huh?
Right? Because ain't that just a picture back there?
We might not be able to tell. No, I bet
Look at that.
they're. It looks, yeah, maybe it is a matte painting. We'll have to see if they mention it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's only 78 minutes, but I'd be hard pressed to even want to watch an 8K version of it or whatever. Like, who gives a shit? Like, I mean, I think, yeah, that's just got to
That's the fishing
be
hole down in Mayberry.
really cheap day for night from Conrad Hall. But that's not. He's got the lights of Crystal Lake there.
Crystal Lake.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
Okay, no, I'm sorry. This needs a fucking remake. This needs a Bloomhouse remake. This needs to be, we need to see that in the opening credits when it zooms into the house and all that shit. We need to see the dude with his hands up like that. Yes. The floor. He fell on the floor.
He looks kind of like young De Niro.
He does. Wait a second. Conspiracy theory.
It looks like young De Niro with a Richard Gere haircut.
Oh my God. Come on. 20 minutes? Okay. Come on. So he doesn't turn into a fucking monster? Like,
Uh,
I want some Night of the Beast level or Night of the Demon level shit. I want a fucking monster.
so she's about to do the same shit. Lure him
Uh,
down to the beach to kill him. What?
no, because he's chasing her, right? Do they have to bring them all together to do this? I don't know.
What are they raising Trigon? I don't. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I mean, I feel like even a few years later, it wouldn't look quite this cheap, right? Like, uh oh, what's she see? She sees the witches coming.
Uh, whoa.
Uh huh. What the fuck?
Wait a minute. That you, counselor?
Jesus.
Uh,
Uh huh. This is their exciting subplot where they went and walked
uh,
around some more in the dark, in the not in the day for night with 1948 levels of technology.
uh, uh,
Uh oh. They shouldn't have gone in the basement and played the tape.
uh,
The Evil Dead in Esperanto.
there you go. Fuck. Ted Raimi. Sam Raimi's ass needs to get to work.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh, damn it. This fucking movie.
Maybe I made up that there's a monster, and maybe instead it's just William Shatner running around looking for people the rest of the movie. I think it's William Shatner running around looking for people the rest of the movie.
Yeah, notice how it's not as dialogue heavy anymore.
We are just walking around at this point. This is my sister's robe.
Well, it can't be nighttime anymore, right? Because
No, it's. I think it's supposed to be morning. I don't understand how time passes in Esperanto.
so
Es-
the sister is the thing that was standing on the rock in the beginning, right?
mm, Maybe,
Oh, well,
or maybe it was the. It's unclear if she's the head witch because there was the other witch. Was that her who was in the? We could see her face. Was that the sister? Did she just live long and prosper the house? Maybe it is the same night. What is going on?
yeah, this is.
Okay, so yes, that is the sister. So yeah, maybe she was watching them from the cliff. I thought she was dead. Oh God. Okay, no. They got a dry ice machine. Uh-huh. So you were right. This is all the same night. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, he's got the hands going again. This could totally be Bloomhouse's next project. Got a distinctive villain. So they're Catholic? They really are just a Catholic tribe of Esperantines?
oh my God, dude.
Maybe Esperanto is the
Uh,
language of Atlantis.
uh, that would work in the comics.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like how Kryptonian has its own language now.
Right. Come on.
Yeah, really. Right, burn him. Down. Yeah, there we go.
Wait a second. Dude said that the sister had no tongue, but she did. She just didn't she say something to him or did he talk to her?
No, she said something.
Okay. Oh, that's a Kirk move. Wait, what?
No, they needed him to kill or some stupid shit to become savage or whatever. I don't.
Oh, nice.
Fuck this movie.
Hey now, you got a plan. When you think about it, it's just a love story. We can hide down in the marshes near the sea. That's a wonderful. What if this is just a holodeck? That's what I'm saying. Okay, new idea. Paramount buys this and they do all of Shatner's old adventures are oh god, it's George Takei in the holodeck. Like humiliating Shatner is what Sulu does with his future in the non-Kelvin universe.
And now look at what you're stuck with.
Come on, Shatner.
Um,
Look at him go. Hell yeah. How dare you not shoot this in a close up? He's yelling at the heavens. How dare. Oh my goodness. He's. Oh yeah.
uh-uh.
Luminous bodies. The man in the. How dare you not let him record this in English?
Wait, what the what?
Fucking cut this to the transformed man or something. No promises, folks, but there's a not zero chance I'm going to do that because that'd be fucking amazing. This is like the worst ending of a Highlander movie.
uh-uh. Have you seen the last one?
It's a good point. It is not like the worst ending of a Highlander movie. It is like the possibly the best ending of a Highlander movie in some ways. Like at least it's not Christopher Lambert. The music could be better.
Yeah, some queen somewhere in there.
Yep. I hope they fucking actually remake that. Like, I
Well,
hope they.
Cavill,
Yeah, I hope they do it.
Cavill seems too bulky though.
He does. Fuck. Right.
That's not to me. That's not.
What if the
Um,
Kurgan were hot?
like I could see him as a Kurgan, yeah,
Yeah, I know. What if he actually did
but
that? That'd be pretty woke, but that would be badass.
him as McLeod, I can't see because McLeod
And
is supposed to be like a regular dude. Like,
yeah, but we'll see if they do that because they're gonna do a whole. It's Lionsgate, right?
mm,
They want to do it as a interconnected universe where they can do spin-offs and John Wick like properties and shit. So it's like I don't know. We don't know necessarily that he is McLeod.
that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, he's not McLeod because that's too easy. You need somebody not so much wiry, but athletic yet not as imposing. Because you get a Henry Cavill will play the
He's yeah,
McLeod.
he's
That's
yeah, it's too much. Yeah, it's too much. He's dying. You know who you get is you get Chris no, Chris Pine. You get Chris. Uh I could see them casting. They can't get Hemsworth, but I could see them casting Hemsworth. I bet they went to him. I bet they went to his brother and were like, "We changed our minds."
Hemsworth. He's too big too.
You think he's too big?
He's tall as shit.
Okay, let's see.
You need like a Hiddleston or a, a tough Hiddleston or somebody mid-size.
Somebody realistic.
Yeah, like a Hugh Jackman. It doesn't work out.
Okay. Okay, here you go. Great billionaire remake or whatever. Cavill is the Kurgan. Hugh Jackman modern day Hugh Jackman is McLeod, but he's training Ramirez, who's the new Highlander, and is the one who can continue the franchise when they get priced out.
Yeah, probably. Because I wouldn't get like Wolverine Hugh Jackman. It would
No.
be more like
It'd be the most Russell Crowe Hugh Jackman had ever gone in a movie. But
uh,
he'd be so damn charming, it wouldn't matter.
see, Russell Crowe could have been a Kurgan. He could be that now. Big sloppy fat man. Chunky ass.
Just a chase scene where he's fucking
Uh,
yelling at him and just breaking shit because he can't
Stop!
catch up.
You're mine, McLeod, if you don't stop.
Oh, there. That's who it should have been. Highlander should have been Ewan McGregor's action movie spin-off post Star Wars.
Yeah, see that he's another one. I could see him as McLeod.
They should have made Ewan McGregor work out.
Yeah, if Ewan
And
McGregor worked out a little bit, he's not big but more athletic. He could be
oh
a
god,
great McLeod.
oh god, Danny Boyle's Highlander.
Uh,
That's the unit.
oh,
It is the fucking witch. You're not even going to
he took her
save
out.
her, Shatner? Fucking useless.
Damn, he turned into a goat and took her out.
Okay, come on, Bill.
Look at
You
Why
think
didn't do this shit earlier?
Captain Kirk would ever pass up the chance to fucking fight a guy in a
A
suit?
monster, a goat monster.
She's just like, this was a fucking terrible idea. I don't want it. Because they didn't use like a real goat, so it's like a fucking dead one or some shit. And she's
That's the
like,
head of
it'll
a
be
dead animal.
fine. I can handle it.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Shatner got better at crawling concerned on Star Trek. Oh, that's all it took? Really?
Right after all the evil she's done,
Well, also, it's just like that was always an out. Like the
he couldn't
sister
save her.
the sister can be going to hell and she just has to say that and then she gets her out.
Whoa. Mm. Mm.
And I believe that's it. Fino.
God.
So presumably they get married. She can wear all of the sisters' clothes, and they have a goat.
Not since the freeze frame at the end of Sleepaway Camp. Uh, yeah, thumbs down. Sorry, Bill. Restoration.
Restoration, hell yeah. Print located by the French people. Oh man.
Subtitles.
1999.
99.
Advertising the website that I believe is long gone.
Incubusthefilm.com.
Oh, dude, I think I bought this from Incubusthefilm.com. I think that's how I originally saw this. Or maybe it was on Sci-Fi and I canceled my order after I watched it.
I think I might have caught it. I think they ran it on IFC once.
Yeah, it
There
was
was a time they used to run movies without commercials.
Yeah. Yeah, IFC was one of the ones that, yeah, that's the other thing. And now we have commercials again on streaming, but yeah, IFC was one of the last ones that went to commercial, I feel like.
Yeah, it was IFC and Sundance, and then all of a sudden they became fucking AMC. Like it was so bad. So I just remember one week watching Menace to Society on IFC, and then the next week they played it. It was like, wait a minute, why are these fucking commercials in the middle? They're about to like in the middle of a sentence, and they bust in with a commercial.
Now, uh, the downfall of good movie channels on basic cable
Yeah,
is a
AMC was the first to
sad
go.
story. AMC went, but TCM, did they come down to the regular plan at some point, or did they go up? I can't remember. I
They were
feel
always they became basic.
they became basic, but they always kept out the commercials.
Yeah, they said we're going to stick to that because that's their you know they're the preservation of classic movies.
And they're it at this point for that.
Yeah, like AMC used to be the backup. If you don't catch it on TCM, you went to AFC or AMC. And those assholes. The last time I saw a movie commercial list was the first time they put on. I think Superman was the last time, and then after that they went commercial.
I remember for a second they were doing commercials, but not cut for content. Didn't they try that for like a month?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. This was
Fox Movie Channel did the same shit.
yeah. Did they do it first?
I don't
Fox
know.
Movie Channel was always a weird one because it's like it was cool on one hand because they had a bunch of weird ass TV movies, but
Just
they
remember
also
they couldn't decide which version of the aliens to play.
exactly. There was that, but then were they the ones, or was it AMC who said they were going to do audio commentary broadcasts and they never did, or some shit?
No, that was Fox.
Okay,
I
that
remember
was
that.
Fox. Okay, yeah,
And then
but
they had tech commentary too.
Fox
But
had
AMC did it too for a while.
yeah. I mean, they really tried because this was for some reason it was like the Venn diagram of your AMC Fox movie dedicated person was also somebody who would just buy the DVD if they could. So
Because
they
AMC,
took the hit.
I remember they did it with, I think Jaws was one of the ones they did it with.
Oh, that'd be cool. Speaking of, we can go to the store draws commentary. Okay, so next week we are back with we got something else interesting we're gonna do. We like doing our Spider-Man and the Hulk so much. We are gonna do a Spider-Man and the Hulk season where we are going
Mm-hmm.
to switch between a Spider-Man and a Hulk. We got two more Hulk quote unquote movies from the series.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got two TV reunion movies. We do not have Death. We are not doing Death.
No, absolutely not.
I'm not making D watch Death, and I won't be ready to watch Death at that point either. And then Spider-Man, we got Spider-Man Strikes Back and Spider-Man and the Chinese Web.
Chinese Web. Yeah, Chinese Web.
Which is the Dragon Challenge too, I think. But then we're also doing the compilation movies because we have secured the compilation films for this project. So I don't know all those titles off the top of my head, but that'll be fun too because I haven't seen those in
those of you
30
who
years.
those of you who dissed Spider-Man last time, get ready for some more because we're gonna watch them.
I get to watch Chip Field's show. I'm very excited.
Hell yeah, Chip Fields. We should watch your episodes of Good Times.
That's what we can do to fill in for Death of the Hulk.
Fucking amazing. Every episode of Good Times she was on. I just watched the episode of Facts of Life. She did it opposite Kim Field. Excellent actress.
Yep.
But they're both directors. They've been directors for a while.
Oh, yeah, it's kind of nice to see that a bunch of these people got to become directors, and when TV directing was actually good. Like, it's not like they're directed shit. in 2010 or something. They're getting to do cool stuff at this point, or even in 2010. The really shitty time would have been like, what if you became a TV director and all you directed were episodes of Kirk in like 1997 or whenever the fuck that was? That would be terrible, right? But now you can direct really cool shit.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, I
Yes,
think
back to the 70s with Marvel.
70s Marvel. I think we're doing Spider-Man first. So we'll be back with Spider-Man Strikes Back, aka the Deadly Dust,
Deadly Dust. Attack the Whack.
aka the first two episodes of the regular series, which in some ways they should have edited the pilot into a la Superman. Because
they could have did flashback sequence.
It almost complete. They could have. We'll talk. We got things to talk about, but I feel like
Joanna Cameron is in it.
It is, yes.
Secret Devices herself.
Nicholas Hammond. We get young Madeline Stowe. We get Morgan Fairchild, and then he's got a regular girl who he flirts with, and then a love interest guest star, and then obviously Chip Fields, who's the obvious choice, but they can't be together because it's 1977.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So that'll be next week. And fucking A. Yeah, don't watch Incubus when it comes out.
Yeah. You forget about Incubus because it's not that good.
Okay, so if Incubus comes out at an $80 UHD from Criterion, do not buy it. Wait until it's on Tubi.
Yeah, unless you're a Shatner completist.
Oh,
it's not really worth the time.
No, not even as an oddity. Like,
that's just 70 something minutes you'll never see again. So
78, so it's almost 80. But yes, it's sort of a down note to end our springtime for Shatner, but at the same time, you didn't really have that many highlights, so
no, not till Star Trek 2.
we gotta wait. Yeah, there aren't any highlights. Poor Shatner. All right, that's all I got.
Yeah, that's it for me too. So kids always look both ways before crossing the street, and listen to odd G.I. Joes who just appear in your bathroom window and tell you not to take medicine.
G.I. Joe ads in Esperanto.